Hello again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the backyard, and we're kind of lucky because the sun's not too hot in spite of it being about 93 degrees, and we might get even luckier and get some rain, or not. Anyway, I have in front of you a 16 by 20 inch canvas and a whole bunch of colors that I've shaken from my last piece of art, and my inclination is to do something that I did recently and just add a bunch of paint to more or less the center area of my canvas in as many strange configurations as possible, and you'll see what I'm going to do in a minute. Somebody's already guessing, you know they are. And I need no canvas to be showing, but being that I always say agitated paint causes cells, we can think that it will, and if it doesn't, it's okay too, because I've got chain, and I've got bamboo skewers, and I've got basting brushes, and I've got ants? Really? Okay. So I kind of feel like I should do a lot on one side and the other, but this is about using an edge catcher. This is about cleaning your paint out of your tips, you bottles. That's not coming. Never mind. Must be time to use a different color. Maybe we'll make sure. Yes, pretty so far. And I can also, you know, this is sort of like me composing right now with the color part of this, which is kind of cool. Hopefully. Hopefully. That is, really? That is a plugged bottle. Come out, thing. Please come out. Oh, couldn't you? Yes, you could. I love that color. I'm perfectly happy to play with that color. That is a neon from Folk Art. I'm sure there's just a little piece of floating paint in there that came out of the threads, and now it's not. Well, I think I say that. I want to use, I really want some of this dark purple. That's blue. Yeah, that's what I wanted. That's the Prussian blue. And maybe, oh yes, my favorite art mines is an iridescent. I want to be a lot careful of going too much further along in this. I do want to use some of this, yes, some of this green. It looks kind of like a mess. I'm looking for this right here. This is the Anita's metallic, which I want to call pearl quite frequently. And I want to tip both ways. I kind of want to tip down that way before I go sideways, but I'm not sure that that's a good idea yet. But if I do that, we'll find out together. Maybe that's what's supposed to happen. Ooh, that's great in there. Now, there's no magenta, and there's everything except for yellow. So why don't we just call it a rainbow and not worry about it. Throw some of that everywhere. Now, you might think that this could make mud, and it could make mud. But if we only tip it and it's only sliding paint, then we have a very good chance of it not being that way. The black and white are often things that help everything sell. And if I get a somewhat even coating of paint on this canvas now, that's nice, I'm done. Then we got a pretty good shot. Although, do I like that color? I want to add some of my golden pearl fine. It's iridescent into that. Do I have enough of everything? Do I need a little bit of this? I do. You know what? I always need a little bit of that. No matter what I think. This is going to be different. She says that, hopefully. Do I have enough gold? Do I ever have enough gold? That is a question worth asking. I think if I do this enough times, I'll start to figure out how it works. So this is just me doing this. That's grass. Okay. I'm going to clean the edge catcher off so so the pollen on it doesn't wind up in the artwork. Wow, that's heavy. That's a lot of paint. Wow, I really don't want that pollen in the artwork. So I'm going to line it up with the edge and hope that I was in far enough. Don't go all the way to the ends, whatever you do, because you will have a lot of paint running down where you don't necessarily want it. So I rock that edge catcher before throwing that across. Looks like we have plenty of paint. And this might be a really fast piece. If I can keep from dropping it, it's heavy. Even though the paint's not going down there evenly, it will all pool. I am willing it to all pool. That's a lot of paint. And I rocked it again. And the cool thing about rocking it is that means that I have a whole bunch of... I want to try torching. I have a whole bunch of paint on my edge catcher. So now, at some point in time, I'm going to just... Maybe this is that point in time. Yes, it is. I'm going to put my basting brush right in there again. Because agitated paint, as I've said, sells. And we are sort of kind of interested to see what's going to sell. Also, in a moment, I'm going to make an attempt to use my OXO omelet turning spatula. Even though I love this paint on here, I am going to use it to attempt to cover the ends somewhat. And I might just pull that down a little bit and not worry about it too much. That doesn't look too bad. I'm okay with that. I got a couple naked spots. Let's do it again. Not quite as much as I just had. So I'm going to grab something I want there. What else do I want there? What else do I want anywhere? Because I can have anything I want, really. If it'll come out of the bottle, that is. Okay, there are my brand new fresh bamboo skewers. And I like that, and I'm going to have a little more in there. I'm probably going to come back and... Yeah, I think I'm going to blow that into place so I have coverage. That's medical tubing. I always say that you can use a bendy straw every bit as well, if not better, because it has a bendy part where you can aim at the front. Now, I'm trying not to over agitate because there's a bunch of brown and some blue, and that will, not brown, but orange, and that'll mix with the blue. And if I don't want to stick my basting brush in there again, and I might not, and I want to integrate things, I can just play with the bamboo skewer. I'm not sure I like those, but it doesn't mean I have to keep them either. Although I don't like it when I wind up with straight lines. I kind of like to keep the curves going. I think we could probably blow all kinds of chasms in this and get colors, wicked colors. I'm right. And this is a wicked experiment. I'm loving it. Some fun. We are having some fun now. I'm gonna stick my nothing. I'm gonna be torching again in a moment, but I kind of want to play with my bamboo skewer, see if I can make some interesting areas. Not that there aren't plenty of interesting areas. I just want to disturb what's going on and see what else I can get, because I'm a glutton. A glutton for experiments. Now that's a little more brown than I was expecting, but I probably also... Boy, the temptation is to go ahead and play with the chain and see what happens. I'm not overly certain I haven't already gone a little further than I should, but it's still so cool. Alright, so I've got all kinds of wonderful paint on my tile, and I want it off my tile. And I'm going to take it off my tile right now for a moment. Please excuse me. And put it aside. Now, do we want to do anything else other than torch again? I think we'll torch again. Because that's just fabulous. That's just so much fun. I use GAC 800 in all of my paints to keep the paint from cracking when it's thick, and it's definitely thick. I think you could definitely get away with less in this particular case. But I don't think you're going to get anything that's much cooler than this. This is pretty bizarre. And I bet you could put dots in it and make hearts and float all kinds of cool stuff. I like the ends. I could tip this and we'd have a whole different painting. I could tip off most of the painting, or I could put another artwork right into it and dip it. I'm going to take a minute to really try and make sure there are no air bubbles in the mixed paint, and tell you that my Amazon link with my book called Because I Can, sharing the first 100 artworks from my YouTube recordings and the tools and the processes, is on the link under Show More. It's the blue link that says Amazon. It'll take you to my page where there's all kinds of cool art supplies. And it's no added cost to you, but it helps me out. And I've spent some time putting some really excellent things there. You can find Floetrol there, and you can find not just my book, but my OXO omelet turning spatulas there. You can find gold mica powder that's very cool. And ask me for the recipe, because I'll give it to you. And this is just too much fun. And I'm going to read you what I need to read you, because I don't always remember it all while I'm doing ooh and ah over my paintings. In the last 20 seconds of this video, you will find end screens where, hopefully, shared there will be a new video for this month soon that shows you what this month's prizes are. If you decide to be of assistance to help support the studio and donate, you're included in a drawing where you get to choose one of the number of paintings that I add to that drawing. Also, if you give me a thumbs up, you help the YouTube algorithm know it wants to place me in better placement, and you help me make a better living. Even if you can't contribute, giving me a thumbs up is a big contribution, and I appreciate that. Same with watching more of the video. Anytime you watch more of the video, it talks to the YouTube algorithm. They know that you're doing that, and if you watch the commercials, even more so. So I really appreciate you guys. You give me great comments and wonderful feedback, and you're so sweet. You really are. I appreciate you intensely, and I love you much. That was a good mark. I like that. I think I hear the rain. So I have art for sale. You can contact me through YouTube, and I give classes at the house in Spring Hill, and both of those things, all that's necessary is that you inquire through YouTube or you contact me through my email. Yes, I'm still playing, and I'm having a good time doing it too. We just keep getting new and cooler things happening all the time. Can't help it. This is definitely the artwork for that. Ooh, I don't know about that one. Let's go back in and fix that. There we go. I'm better now. Sorry, I'm probably making you dizzy. So, what else is on the end screen? 670 videos. So if you want to binge on me, you certainly may. That's the place to find them. You can find my website there if you're interested in what I've done in the past, and that'll take you to an Instagram feed. So there are two places to find an Instagram feed, and the other one is under Show More at the very bottom of the video description. And I've just knocked off most of the drippy paint. I have to get that off my hands and tell you what else. I don't think there's much else I could tell you. There's over 67,000 of you, and I really appreciate you guys subscribing. And I will probably see you in another video. This is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida, going, I should stop myself, but I just can't. It's just too much fun. I recommend this. Learn to use an edge catcher. Oh yeah! Hey, edge catchers are the plastic inserts from the front panels, the protective panels, on a 16 by 20 inch value pack of canvases from Michaels. And then after a while, you can make some really neat stuff happen. Take pictures of them. So I love you guys. And I'll see you soon. And that was quick. I'm going to do it again with less paint or fewer colors, shall we say, in wider areas. And use my chain next time. So take care. This is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the backyard going, woo, that was cool. You need to try this. Bye now. I love you guys.